Fantastic! Jungkook becomes the richest idol in Korea? A touching and shocking story of BTS's golden maknae. Hello K-pop lovers! Once in a generation, there comes a story so inspiring, so powerful, that it transcends borders, languages, and cultures. It begins with a shy, wide-eyed boy from the port city of Busan, and unfolds into a tale of unimaginable success, heartbreaks, discipline, and light. His name? Jungkook, the golden maknae of BTS. But today, we don't just talk about Jungkook the artist. We talk about something that even he never imagined in his wildest dreams. Being crowned the richest idol in all of South Korea. Yes, it's a shocking title. But is it deserved? More than anyone else. This is not just a story about money. It's a story of perseverance, values, talent, brotherhood, and the magic that happens when someone never gives up. The boy who ran toward a dream. The year is 1997. In the coastal city of Busan, a child is born with a spark in his eyes. Raised in a humble home, young Jungkook loved to run, draw, sing, but mostly to dream. Even at a young age, he knew that life wasn't always easy. He wasn't born into luxury. He didn't have connections. What he had was a relentless drive to create something extraordinary. By age 13, he stepped into his first major audition, Superstar K Season 3. He didn't win. But fate had other plans. Scouting agents saw his potential. One after another, JYP, FNC, Starship, even SM Entertainment, sent him offers. And yet, Jungkook said no. Why? Because he had watched one man rap on a video. A man named RM, and something in that performance struck him. He saw strength, vision, freedom. So when Big Hit Entertainment, a small, relatively unknown company, approached him, he said yes. Not because of what Big Hit could offer him, but because of who he could become there. A star is forged in silence. Jungkook entered training in Seoul, far from home, just a child. He trained for years, often silently, in the background, far from the spotlight. BTS wasn't an overnight success. In fact, their early years were full of heartbreak. They were mocked, ignored by big broadcasting stations, told they'd never make it because they weren't from a big three company. But behind the scenes, Jungkook trained endlessly. He danced until his feet bled. He practiced his vocals deep into the night. He even cried from exhaustion, but never quit. In the cramped dorms he shared with his older youngs, he learned more than just how to be an idol. He learned humility, teamwork, brotherhood. One staff member said, Jungkook was always the last one to sleep. He would practice until he was physically shaking. But he never said a word of complaint. From a boy, he became a phenomenon. Golden maknae, the rise of a legend. By the time BTS began rising globally, something became clear. Jungkook was more than just the youngest member. He was the glue, the heart, the perfect all-rounder. Vocals? Powerful, soulful, with an emotional range beyond his age. Dance? Fluid, explosive, detailed. Visuals? Universally praised. Stage presence? Commanding, yet warm. Creativity? He directed his own videos, composed songs, designed covers. His solo stage performances, Euphoria, My Time, 7, became cultural moments. He wasn't trying to be famous. He was trying to be excellent. And that made all the difference. In South Korea, where humility is key, Jungkook remained grounded. He often referred to himself as still learning. Even when fans praised him endlessly, he'd respond, I'm still not good enough. I'll keep working harder. Counting the millions, Jungkook's massive wealth. So how did Jungkook become the richest idol in Korea? Let's break it down, not just by headlines, but by facts. 1. HYBE shares and business moves. When BTS helped HYBE go public, Jungkook became a shareholder. His share value alone has crossed $30 million. That's without lifting a finger, passive income from sheer impact. 2. Solo hits and global royalties. 7 Feet Lato broke multiple records. Fastest song to 1 billion streams in Spotify history. Number 1 on Billboard Global 200 for 7 straight weeks. 3D, Standing Next to You, Too Much, all became global streaming monsters. Each of these songs generated millions in royalties, not just in Korea, but from over 100 countries. 3. Brand power, the Jungkook effect. He's the face of Calvin Klein globally. After his first photo shoot dropped, sales skyrocketed. Searches for Jungkook Calvin Klein trended number 1 worldwide. He's also represented Samsung, Bottega Veneta, Downy, and more. Each deal? Estimated to be worth $10 million to $15 million per year. 4. Real estate and private investments. Jungkook owns several luxury properties across Seoul. He reportedly paid in cash for an elite residence in Itaewon, worth over $7 million. He's also said to be investing in digital art, gaming ventures, and AR platforms. 5. YouTube and streaming revenue. Even without an official solo YouTube channel, fan uploads of his lives, performances, and appearances generate thousands of dollars in revenue, further fueling the legend. His estimated net worth as of 2025? $300 million. That's more than any other Korean idol in history. Public reaction, the world responds. The moment this news broke, the world went silent, and then exploded. #King Jungkook, #Golden Wealth, #Jungkook Richest Idol began trending worldwide. Armies across continents celebrated, not because of the money, but because they knew how hard he had worked. Global media, from Forbes, Bloomberg, Time, GQ, to BBC, reported on it. He was called a self-made global icon. A business genius wrapped in an artist's soul. Even the South Korean government recognized his economic contribution. The humble king. Despite his riches, Jungkook remains the same. He cooks for staff. He gives silent donations. He refuses expensive gifts from fans, saying, "You already give me the greatest gift, your love." He's often seen bowing 90 degrees to janitors, camera crews, and even new interns. Money never changed Jungkook. It simply revealed his heart. The lesson, what Jungkook teaches us. This is not just a story of success. It's a blueprint for dreamers. You don't need a rich background. You don't need to be the loudest. You just need to be honest, consistent, kind, and fearless. Jungkook teaches us that greatness doesn't happen overnight. It's built quietly, over time, through effort, sweat, and a love for the craft. Jungkook is not just the richest idol. He is the richest in humility, in impact, in love. And that is worth more than any dollar amount. From Busan's son, to the pride of a nation, to a global treasure. This is not the end of his story. It's just the beginning.